Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. So in today's video I'm going to show you how we can paint this beautiful Christmas greeting card. It is very simple, even a beginner can paint this particular greeting card easily. So let's start with today's video. So I'm using masking tape to create a triangle so that we can create a Christmas card without any hurdle. So let me create a triangle first. So approximately you can think how you want to place masking tape to create a triangle. So something like this you can do with the help of masking tape. If you don't have masking tape, don't worry, you can just create a triangle with the help of pencil and try to do everything inside it. But using masking tape is way easier because we don't have to think whether we are going outside the triangle or not. And I'm also using one more masking tape here so that we can write some message in here. Now let's start with the flowers. So I'm using gray color to create flower, and I want to use very lighter shade of gray so that we can paint white flowers. So these are not gray, these are white flowers, and this one is too dark, so I need to correct this one. So I'm lifting a little bit of color for now, and then you can do other flowers. And perspective of flowers you can definitely try. So this one is the side perspective, and this one I wanted to make a little different kind of perspective wherein we are able to see the center part of the flower, but the perspective is very different, as you can see. And then you can create a simple flower like 5 to 6 petals and negative space in between. So this one is the third perspective, and one more perspective is the back perspective wherein we are able to see the sepals of the flower rather than center part of the flower. Now let's try to fix the first flower because this one is too dark. So I'm using water, and then I'm going to lift the water with the help of towel or a tissue paper. Now you can make more petals to make it little bit flower kind of pattern altogether, but don't worry, if you're not comfortable creating different perspective of flowers, you can create simple flowers. But I think color combinations is something we should definitely choose. So in this one I have used white flowers. Now start adding green elements. So you can create stems, you can create sepals. So this one is back perspective, so I have added sepals and a small stem. This one is the side perspective, so you can add sepals from the lower portion and then you can add stem. And these two flowers are having center part, so I'm adding red color to create the center part of the flower. So likewise you can add as many as flower you want with different perspective, with simple perspective, totally up to you. Even if you don't want to use gray color, you can use different shade of color also, that is totally fine. But I think white color looks very good, so I'm using gray color to replicate white flowers. And same thing you can do for the lower portion as well. So I'm creating couple of more flowers with simple perspective, back perspective, different kind of perspective, and then you can add center part of the flowers, stems and sepals for all the flowers that we have based on the perspective of the flower. So keep repeating this step until you're satisfied with your composition. And now we are almost done with the flowers. So let's add some cherries in between. So with the help of lighter shade of red color, I'm adding a round shape simply, not anything fancy. So you can simply create some round pattern with the help of red color. If needed, you can have a fine negative space in between, but you don't have to do it right now with this particular shade. But if you are able to do it, I think that is good because we need a little bit shiny effect into the berries. So something like this you can definitely try, and keep adding these berries both side, lower portion and upper portion. So this is the first layer with the help of lighter shade of red color. Now with the help of little darker shade, you can add at one side of the berry. So I'm adding this darker shade of red color only at one side, so you can see the lighter red color at one side, and that is the shiny effect that we are getting. So that is something you can definitely try. So use lighter shade and then darker shade, then you can use one more layer of darker shade of red color. So keep layering these kind of colors to add more depth into your painting. So we're done with the berries as well for now. We're done with the flowers. You can add one stems around every berries that we have created. You can choose the stem perspective also based on where you want to keep your berries, and this is something you can do. Now with the help of green color itself, around each berries that we have, I'm adding a leaf kind of pattern. So these are one stroke leaf, so I'm simply pushing my brush a little bit and moving my brush towards left and right to create one stroke leaves, and I just wanted to fill the area. So different perspective you can try, and keep adding this lighter shade of green color leaves. So I'm using lighter shade of green color first, and I'm adding a simple one stroke leaf both the side. You can definitely choose different shape of leaf, but I think this one is the simplest one to paint, so I'm using this particular one stroke leaf. Now with little bit of vibrant green color, so you can either use blue color into your green color or you can use sap green color. So this one is little more vibrant as compared to the previous green color, and again add more leaves around it. So we have flowers, we have berries, we have leaves. You can try different color combination, you can try different shades of green, different shades of red to paint something like this. Now I wanted to make berries more vibrant, so I'm adding one more layer of darker red around one side of the berry. So I think this is the final step that I wanted to do. Now because our flowers are white in color, so I'm adding a little shape and a structure with the help of pen. So that's why I have told you, if you're not comfortable creating perspective, do not worry, because anyways we are going to give it a little shape with the help of pen. So that is also something you can do if you are using white color to paint flowers. So I'm creating the outline structure with the help of pen for all the flowers. You can also do the same thing for the leaves as well, but that is something I'm not doing because I wanted to do it for the flowers only. And I think we are pretty much done with the greeting card, but because this is a greeting card especially for Christmas, so we can definitely add some glittery element into it. This is totally optional. If you don't have metallic color, totally fine, because anyways we are able to see the effect of metallic color in a particular angle. So if you don't have it, do not worry, simply create the same thing with the help of normal watercolor or whatever color you have. But I do have metallic color, so I'm using metallic green color to add little bit of green leaves in between, and then with the help of golden color I'm going to add golden element around the leaf area to create leaf lines. So these kind of things you can definitely do with the help of metallic color if you have. So let's try a little bit of golden color as well in between the leaf, because green and golden goes really well with each other, and you can see the effect of these metallic color in a particular angle. And once done with all the elements that you wanted to paint, you can remove the masking tape slowly. So do it slowly and carefully, and at the end you will get something like this. And if you want anything to write in between, you can write it like Merry Christmas or whatever you like. So I'm writing here Christmas. I did this with the help of pencil first to avoid any mistake, and then you can rub all the unwanted pencil mark. And one extra thing you can do is you can use different shades of sheet just to add an extra depth into your greeting card. So I'm using brown color and white color to add layering into the colors and to add contrast. So hope this video is helpful for you guys, and thank you so much for watching. See you guys in the next video.